Hi, Dale Davidson here from the Davidson Law Offices in, well, a little bit cool but sunny Thomasville, Georgia. Coming here today to talk about the 10 early signs of dementia or Alzheimer's. Let me first explain what the difference is between dementia and Alzheimer's. Now, everyone who has Alzheimer's has dementia, but not everybody who has dementia has Alzheimer's. Kind of confusing, right? Well, the reason is because think of dementia as an umbrella, okay? Alzheimer's is just one of the hundreds of diagnoses, dementia diagnoses that goes up under the big umbrella of dementia. Alzheimer's just happens to be the most well-known and the most diagnosed as far as all of the dementias. There's Lewy bodies, there's frontal lobe, there's vascular, there's all kinds of different dementias. But anyway, so we're here to talk about the early signs of Alzheimer's. And we're going to put up here, right here on the screen, here's a list of the top 10 early signs of Alzheimer's. So the first one is memory loss that disrupts your daily life. So have you ever been around somebody where they keep asking the same question over and over and over again? Well, that is an early sign that your loved one has some form of dementia, okay? So sometimes forgetting names or appointments, that's, again, if it's disrupting the activities of daily living or disrupts the daily life of that individual, then that is a warning sign. Now, look, we all forget names, especially me. We forget appointments. Thank goodness I have a great staff here that keeps track of my calendar. I may forget something, but they're going to remind me, my calendar reminds me, or I could remember them later. So that's not a problem if you're like me. Hopefully I don't have dementia. But so anyway, number 2, challenges in planning or solving problems. For instance, does it take longer to do tasks than they did before? For instance, managing your finances or paying your bills. Boy, I just remember Mom, that bill hit the mailbox, and boy, she took it out, wrote the check, and put it right back in there before the mailman was able to pull away. Now, well, Mom's about 30, 45 days behind on paying her bills. What's going on? So Mom is having problems solving her daily activities such as financial management and things of that nature. So anything that she used to do quickly, if they're taking an extraordinary amount of time to do now, that's an issue. Number 3, difficulty completing familiar tasks. So maybe Mom or Dad has driven to the same church every Sunday for the last 40 or 50 years. Now they're having trouble finding the church, or maybe they're having trouble finding their way back from church. So again, difficulty completing something that they've done over and over and over again for an extended period of time, like driving, organizing grocery lists, whatever it may be, remembering rules for bridge rules or whatever it may be, then that could be a problem in the long run. A warning sign number 4, confusion with time or place. Now look, I forget where I am sometimes, and I forget what time it is, or what the date is, and all that. But if I'm consistently forgetting where I am, or consistently forgetting where, how I've gotten to a certain place, or the date, or the time, or whatever, then that is a warning sign that I need to get some professional help from my doctor to see if I do have some kind of form of dementia. Now, that doesn't count for you folks out there who are retired and just don't care about your calendar and throw your watch away. This is only for somebody else who's advanced in age. So, number 5, trouble understanding visual images and spatial relationships. This is where you get into driving issues with folks who have dementia. So they have problem judging distances. So A lot of people are involved in accidents where they didn't see the car coming. They thought the car was further away, or they ran into the back end of a car, something like that. And so they can't judge distances anymore. So with somebody with dementia, especially with driving, it's very, very important that you get them the help they need immediately. And it's going to be tough, but you may have to take the keys away from mom and dad. That's a tough decision, but nonetheless, it'll save lives. Number 6, they have problems with words, with speaking words or writing. So maybe they're talking, and all of a sudden, boom, they stop in the middle of a conversation. Now, my dad, bless his heart, he had dementia, and my uncle had dementia too. But my dad, when I was speaking to him, would stop in the middle of the sentence and pause and look, pondering something. And I'd say, well, Dad, you okay? And his response was, what, I'll be darned if I just forgot what I was talking about. I can't get my train of thought back. I have no idea what I was just telling you, Dale. So having trouble finding the right words is the top 6 warning signs of dementia. Now, number 7, misplacing things and losing the ability to trace where they are. Now, I'm going to pick on my dad again, bless his heart. So he had a fire poker at his farm. And that I bought him for his birthday or Christmas one year. And dadgummit if he didn't lose it one time. He swore up and down that somebody had gone through 2 gates, 2 locked gates, by the way, and up about a half a mile to his farmhouse and stole his fire poker. Now, fire poker was $50, $75. I don't know how much it was. But I'm pretty sure that if somebody's going to break into a farm, they're not going to steal a fire poker. But he insisted that somebody had stolen it. Well, what he had done is he had just misplaced it. He laid it down somewhere. I found it next to the woodpile where it should have been. But he just couldn't locate it. So again, misplacing things with the inability to go back and trace your steps to see where it is. Not just merely losing your car keys, okay, but actually not being able to go back and say, well, this is where I was, and trace back so you can find your car keys. So that's number 7. So here we are. Number 8. Okay, decreased or poor judgment. Okay, this is where we get into some issues as to grooming. They pay less attention to their grooming and personal hygiene. Have you ever heard your friends talk and says, well, my grandmother, she just refused to take a bath and she stinks. Well, that's what happens when you have dementia. That kind of reasoning as far as your abilities to say, well, I need to take a bath, or I need to shave, I need to keep myself and my personal hygiene up to par here. It just goes out the window. Don't know why, okay, but that can be an issue. So if your loved one is, lacking in the personal hygiene department, you may want to have discuss this with their doctor to determine if they are actually suffering from dementia. So number 9, they withdraw from work or social activities. Now, I've had some previous videos where we talked about this COVID, okay, and the fact that the quarantine is really bad for people with dementia. It really affected my dad. I truly believe that quarantining took away his socialization. Okay, so but a lot of times people with dementia, they're embarrassed. Okay, and so they start to withdraw because if they're in the family conversation, they don't understand the conversation. They can't follow the conversation. They don't remember what you're talking about in that conversation, so they withdraw. Okay, so that is signs of concern. So please, make sure that if or when you are in a conversation with your loved one, that they're included, and that, look, make sure that they understand. If they can understand, bring it down to a level where they can. The last warning sign for dementia or Alzheimer is changed mood and personality. And this kind of goes back with the withdrawal and from work and socialization, where they kind of get depressed. Okay, they get suspicious. Okay, they're fearful, anxious. They get easily upset over things. You remember when I was talking about my dad and his fire poker? Okay, he would actually get very upset thinking that somebody had jumped over 2 lock gates, walked up a half-a-mile road, and came and stole his fire poker. So he would become very irritable thinking about that. But thank goodness we were able to solve it, and we found that fire poker. So I know this wasn't an easy topic. I've lived it over the last several years with my dad. So it's difficult to think in these terms, but it will help you. It will help you. It'll help your family and your other loved ones to recognize the need of care for your loved one, the need to kind of circle the wagons around and try to understand as best we can what your loved one is going through, because it's a rotten disease. It is a disease. It's not curable, and there's nothing we can do about it. All we can do is love and support our loved ones, like I did with my dad. I go through this list a lot in preparation. I went through this list a lot in preparation for this video, and got kind of choked up on a lot of them because I recognized my dad in a lot of those top 10 signs. If you'd like to have these 10 warning signs in written form, feel free to go to our website and download them. The website is davidsonelderlaw.com, davidsonelderlaw.com, and go to our blog. It'll be there in our blog. Feel free to download them, and a good resource for you also is alz.org, alz.org. That's the Alzheimer's Association in America. So if you have any thoughts and comments on this difficult topic, please share your thoughts below in some comments, or ask us some questions, so we can learn from you. You can learn from us. We just want to be a support tool for you. If you need services, we can help you or point you in the right direction to receive those types of services. And please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with your friends and family. So until next time, have a blessed day.
No more whiskey, I'll have a Coke. Catching bass on an old fishing boat. One more story, Grandpa Joe, let's get high.